The meeting will come to order, please. Please rise for a moment of silence for Nate Dubester, former Director of Real Estate. Dennis Cerami will lead us in a pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Two. Okay.
Notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-10, has been complied with and shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett.
Here.
Freeholder Polos.
Here.
Freeholder Rafano.
Here.
Freeholder Rios.
Here.
Freeholder Scott.
Here.
Freeholder Valenti.
Is absent.
Freeholder Director Delina.
Here. At this time, if the freeholder has any freeholder report tonight?
I do.
You do? Okay. Well, I'm not
Everyone's
saying anything.
looking at me. But a short one, but I want to update the public on, as what we refer to the mom line. I was in Monroe a few weeks ago, and one of the gentlemen from Monroe said, "Oh, Carol, we won." And for the record, we won on May 21st. And I actually gave George a high five within a few days, and as we've all learned, that on May 27th there was a meeting, and they're still talking about having the mom line go through Monmouth Junction, Jamesburg, and Monroe. And so I would ask if we can get a resolution to make sure that everyone knows that this Board of Freeholders will protect the towns of Jamesburg, Monroe, and South Brunswick, and continuing our fight against having a train that's from
in their backyards. I agree. We've been down there a couple of times.
We've been down this road a couple times,
right.
And we think we won for one day. And I'm not going to make any other announcements, but I think it's important we get a resolution and also a letter to New Jersey Transit and whomever else that the Freeholder Board feels that is necessary. And also, I would like to see something go out to the mayors of those towns to continue so that they know that we are with them 100% on this fight that we've been
Madam Clerk, is that okay, Margaret, with you?
I have it, thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, next freeholder, James H. Paulus.
Just a brief report. I just want to indicate one thing. I had a opportunity in the last 2 weeks to serve on jury duty in Middlesex County. Everyone giggles, right? It wasn't a sentence. It was actually a service. The only reason I want to mention is because having served on jury duty before, I never had an opportunity to actually serve in a potential criminal case, and was called to Judge DeVisa's chambers with about 90 other jurors for a very large jury selection for a very intense criminal case that was being processed at that time. Although not ultimately selected for the jury, the process that was involved in the jury selection was really very enlightening and really underscores the importance of us being willing to serve on jury. You know, we laughingly were sitting there, and every time the number was called, everyone sat there and said it was the lottery we didn't want to win. We didn't want our number to be called, to actually have to go up and serve. But hearing Judge DeVisa's very impressive remarks, understanding the dynamics of the case, and realizing that we're really the only country in the world that still has a jury process like this, it's really important that we understand how important it is and that we willingly serve to provide defendants and the prosecution and so forth, but particularly the defendants, the opportunity to have a good and fair trial. It is a public service and something that we should take seriously and not shy away from, as we all tend to do, but really rather willingly do it, because we all deserve that same fair opportunity. And it took 90-some-odd people to come up with 14 jurors to ensure that there was complete impartiality. So the process is really a perfect one in many respects. and we have to do our part to keep it that way. Thank you, Director.
Okay. Our next freeholder, Christopher D. Rufano, the Deputy Freeholder.
Thank you, Freeholder Director. A couple reports. In the area of workforce development, Middlesex County has just received notice of the federal funding for the years 2009-2010 that will assist us in training or retraining unemployed residents. This coming year, we have more money to assist dislocated workers than we had last year. When you consider that we received over $2 million in stimulus dollars for dislocated workers and adults, with this new funding, we will have over $4.5 million to help Middlesex County residents during these difficult economic times. As part of the statewide effort to develop job development strategy for green jobs, Middlesex County Department of Workforce Development, through the Middlesex County Workforce Investment Board, is the lead agency for a $500,000 two-year grant that they received. While this is not specific to our county, through the efforts of this project, our county will certainly benefit from the knowledge gained and projects put in place to increase the number of people trained for green jobs. This will be coordinated with the efforts of the new GEDZ committee that has just gotten underway in our county as well. And lastly, in the area of workforce development, everyone has read about the emphasis on summer jobs created through this federal stimulus program that's out there. The team in workforce development has certified approximately 300 youths from ages 16 through 24 for jobs this summer. Middlesex County College is providing work readiness skill training this week and next week for these youth, and they will start to work after this training is complete. Many will be working in county facilities and other local governmental units, so not only will the youth benefit from this program, but all our citizens will benefit from their work. Tomorrow, I'll be hosting Spotlight Middlesex County, and one of my guests will be Director of Workforce Development, Jane Brady. I certainly look forward to that. And also, I'm pleased to announce that we have received a tentative award of a grant in the amount of $319,000, and that's from the Public Archives and Records Infrastructure Support Grants Program. So certainly good news for us. I'm told that, I guess, after the budget is approved and the funds are certified, hopefully we'll get the official okay that the money is ours. Yes. So I certainly want to commend Margaret for making that application. It's certainly a benefit to Middlesex County and a benefit to our taxpayers. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Next freeholder, Ron G. Rijos of Carteret.
Thank you, Director. As far as our environmental division is concerned, during the month of May, there were 38 complaints received. There were 20 directly called in by the citizens, and 18 were referred to the Health Department hotline dispatcher. And out of those complaints, 11 violations have been issued. As far as my Health Department part of my report, on Monday, June 22nd, we had a medication dispensing exercise that was held in Monroe. I'd like to thank Freeholder Scott for attending there with me. It was to distribute medications in the event of an emergency, and it really went well. All our services that were involved there, emergency services that were involved, really did a great job. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, they have established the requirement of at least 100 persons per hour to be getting the medications, and we exceeded that goal by more than 2.5 times. And I commend the Health Department for participating and taking the lead in that. I'd like to thank Monroe Township, the mayor there, for his assistance in using their facility and their personnel. On Tuesday, June 23rd, we had our annual bloodborne pathogen training for different safety personnel within the county. We had a health screening for prostate cancer. It was held in Edison on Saturday, June 20th. I attended the screening and welcomed everyone there along with the health department. It was held at the BAPS in Woodbridge Avenue in Edison. There was 100 residents that were participated. We had 80 men that were screened for prostate cancer. It was a real great success. On June 6th, we had our pancreatic cancer walk that was held at Middlesex County College. We had over 150 participants that were involved in this. We raised a total of $1,600 for pancreatic cancer research that will go to the Cancer Institute of New Jersey. I'd like to thank my fellow freeholders, Millie Scott, Deputy Director Rafano, and freeholder Carol Barrett for participating in this great event. It really went well. I'd like to thank the college for their help and the County Academy for Science, Math, and Engineering Technology, all the kids that were involved and the advisors that helped out. To date, there are 77 confirmed cases of the H1N1 swine flu virus in the county. We continue to monitor that carefully and closely. We continue to educate people, and we are going to work harder to try to get ready in the event it gets any worse during the flu season in the fall. As far as Raritan Bay Mental Health Services, we continue to experience a high demand for services there, and that's attributed to the economy. And also, the Raritan Bay Mental Health Services participated in the medication distribution drill that was held in Monroe this past Monday. And as far as my mosquito commission report, frequent rains have increased our mosquito breeding, and we continue to monitor that. Our helicopter is busy trying to treat all the areas within the county, and continued progress in health and education. Thank you, Director Delina.
Buy more fly swatters, all right?
Sure.
Thank you, Freeholder Rios. Our next freeholder from Piscataway, Millie S. Scott. Millie.
Thank you, Freeholder Director. On June 17th, Deputy Director Chris Rafano and myself attended the Children's Art Project, which is in Family Court in the courthouse here. And the art project is artwork that is done by children from the age of, I believe the youngest was 5, and the oldest one may have been 14 years old. And the theme was family. And what they did is pictures they drew freehand of family projects. And the themes were what my family means to me, my favorite family vacation, a day in life of my family, all about my family, and my favorite family. And all this artwork was framed, and it's on the first floor of the family courthouse. The walls were bare until the artwork went up, and I recommend everyone go over there and just to look at it. It really beautified the family courthouse over there. And it was just really something just to see the young people, how their eyes gleamed when they were called up to get their award for their artwork. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to go to Perth Amboy, the Jewish Renaissance Medical Center. They just had a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the dome. And the dome is a van, a 38-foot van, a dental clinic. And the dental clinic is for the community of Perth Amboy and surrounding community, for the underserved, ones that do not have insurance. The dome is fully equipped for any service that you need for dental work. It will start, I think, in Carteret, actually. It's going to start in Carteret, Freeholder Rios. And that's going to be the first site. And it's going to hit every town in Middlesex County. And if you get a chance, please go look at this dome. The Freeholder Board's part in the partnership with the dome, the Jewish Renaissance, was to house this vehicle in a secure place, plus also to provide the gas and the electrical hookup. And I think I was not on the Board of Freeholders last year when you did it, but I'm happy to be here now that the ribbon cutting ceremony happened yesterday. And I also mentioned Freeholder Director David Crable because he was part of that. I understand he fought very hard for that. And my talk yesterday was the greatest county in the land. Where could you have the greatest county in the land? And Perth Amboy is part of that greatest county. So I was honored to be there for that ribbon cutting ceremony yesterday. I believe that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Millie. At this time, I'd like to introduce Suzette Dado, a member of the Cultural and Heritage Commission, who will present a historical marker for the Cranberry Mills You can introduce the people here, too.
Thank you, Freeholder Director. I'm Suzette Dado, Commissioner with the County Cultural and Heritage Commission, and this is Susan Kittredge. She's the Assistant Director of the Commission, and we have with us representatives from Cranberry. The Cultural and Heritage Commission works with area communities and historic groups to promote local historic sites that are significant in the history of Middlesex County and yet may be little known to the public. With funding by the Board of Chosen Freeholders, the historic markers are installed at historic sites in the public right-of-way and on view to those walking or driving by. Tonight, we're pleased to present an historic marker for Cranberry Mills, the first industry in Cranberry, erected in 1737. The actual cast aluminum marker weighs about 80 pounds, so we can't bring that here, but we can bring a replica, which Susan will show you. Has it been installed yet? It is. Very good. It's up. The gristmill was the nucleus for the development of the village of Cranberry in the 1700s, drawing settlers, post houses, inns, churches, and small businesses for the farming community. A dam for water power was built, forming Brainerd Lake, named in honor of the 18th century missionary David Brainerd. The gristmill, dam, and roadway were constructed at the intersection of two major Indian trails. After a fire in 1860, the gristmill was rebuilt and a miller's house erected nearby. The miller's house survives to this day, maintained by the Cranberry Historical and Preservation Society as the Cranberry History Center. The inactive gristmill was demolished in 1939, and the area was named Memorial Park, dedicated to Cranberry veterans of World War I and subsequent wars. I'm happy to present the historic marker to representatives of Cranberry and the Cranberry Historical Society. And would you like to come up and introduce the others and say a few words?
This is Betty Wagner, the township historian. Sorry, I'm standing.
Do you want to come over?
Maybe you want to stand here?
Come on.
Yes, go right over.
In the pink sweater is Betty Wagner, our township historian. She knows everything. It's wonderful. And Norma Dale Swell is standing beside her. She's on the Cranberry Parks Commission. And I'm kind of the liaison between the Historical Society and the township, because the sign is on township property, even though it's a Historical Society project. And we also thank you not only just for this historical marker, which will mark a millstone that's installed right there. We want to thank you for your support and help in our History of Cranberry brochure and 2 editions of our walking tour of Cranberry. You have been a great support to us, and we have those brochures in front of the History Center. That's the gristmiller's home, free for anyone to pick up as they walk by, and we got a lot of walkers in Cranberry. So we want to thank you for helping us commemorate the heart of the town, Cranberry Mills, and I want to thank Betty Wagner and Norma Dale for their help in this project. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. At this time, if there's no objection, the board will consider resolution number 09-1047, which relates to open space. And at this time, I'd like to recognize the Danella Mayor, Robert Cedar, for the comments on this resolution. Robert?
Thank you, Mr. Director, Freeholders. Thanks for inviting me tonight. There's an old saying that you can tell how well things are going in towns, or in this case, a county, by the amount of people that come to your meetings. So things are going pretty well around here. Last time I was here, there was quite a few more people here, so you're doing a great job. Keep it up. I'm pleased tonight to thank Ralph Abenier and Freeholder Barrett for sponsoring this resolution for Dunellen to acquire 7.5 acres for open space. In Dunellen, we don't have much open space. Matter of fact, we got 1 parcel, and that's this property that we're planning on buying now. It's 7.5 acres. If you're coming out of Somerset County into Middlesex County, it's the first piece of property you'll see. It's mostly wooded with some green grass growing through it, and it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of property. And the reason why we're buying it is because a developer came in and wanted to put in between 12 and 14 homes there. and it's set in with old houses that are approximately 80 to 120 years old, and it just, for a lot of reasons, just wasn't going to work. So we applied to the Open Space Committee, which I think Mayor Phillips was part of back then. I guess you still are, Jim? Yes. And they set us the right direction to the Freeholder Board, and we made the application. I'd like to also thank, if I may, Paul Martin and John Hoffman did a great job bringing us through this process. We never been through this before, and they were more than helpful. Anything we've asked, they were there for us 100%. And then when it came to a sticky point on dollars again, our good friend Dave Crable stepped up to the plate and gave us the parameters of what to work through, and he gave us the numbers, and we all sat down together and made it work. But I want to thank you for your support. I hope to thank you for your support. But you've been a good, my town, you're a good friend of mine, and I appreciate everything you do for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
I will now open the public portion for comments on Resolution 091047 only. I need a motion.
So moved.
Moved by Carol Barrett,
Second.
second by Christopher Fano. The public portion is open now. Anybody
Motion
would like to
closed.
speak on motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
By Christopher Fano, second by Carol Barrett. Okay, do we need a motion to adopt the resolution 091047?
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Rufano, second by Carol Barrett. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Freeholder Barrett?
Yes.
Freeholder Polos?
Yes.
Freeholder Rufano?
Yes.
Freeholder Rios?
Yes.
Freeholder Scott?
Yes.
Freeholder Director Delina?
Yes. Thank you very much. You're welcome. You could go home now, Bob. We will deviate from the regular order of business for the purpose of conducting one public hearing.
Notice of this public hearing was published in the Home News Tribune on June 8, 2009. This public hearing was authorized at a meeting of the Board of Chosen Freeholders held June 4, 2009.
Okay. We need a motion on that? The clerk will read ordinance number 383 by title only.
Bond ordinance providing for various 2009 capital improvements by and in the County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, appropriating $59,096,900 therefore, and authorizing $56,282,761 bonds or notes of the county to finance part of the costs thereof, and authorizing the public hearing to be held on Thursday, June 25, 2009, at 7 p.m. and publication thereof.
I declare the public hearing open. Anybody in the public would like to speak on this resolution?
Motion to close.
Motion to close public hearing.
Second.
Rufano, second by Carol Barrett. Okay, Madam Clerk, roll call.
We need a motion to adopt.
I mean, a motion, pardon me. We need a motion now to adopt ordinance number 383 on final reading.
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Rufano, second by Carol Barrett. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Freeholder Barrett?
Yes.
Freeholder Polos?
Yes.
Freeholder Rufano?
Yes.
Freeholder Rios?
Yes.
Freeholder Scott?
Yes.
Freeholder Director Delina?
Yes. Is there a motion to resume the regular order of business?
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Rufano, second by Carol Barrett. Everybody in favor say aye. Any opposed? Nobody? Okay. Proclamation, commemorative resolutions, and correspondence. Madam Clerk, are there any commemorative resolutions this evening?
Yes, there's a few. We have one proclamation is supporting the 2010 census and encouraging all county residents to participate, and the following commemorative resolutions. First is recognizing the 100th anniversary of the Carteret Fire Department. Next is recognizing Tony Abano, the 2008-2009 Lions International District Governor, for his accomplishments as selected by the Highland Park Phil Am Lions Club. Next is recognizing the boys varsity baseball team of John F. Kennedy Memorial High School, Island, as they are the 2009 NJSIAA High School baseball champions. Next is recognizing Dennis Drozba on the occasion of his retirement from the Department of Consumer Affairs, Division of Weights and Measures. And last is recognizing Phyllis Krzyzewski on the occasion of her retirement from the Office of Emergency Management.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to adopt the commemorative resolution?
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Rufano, second by Carol Barrett. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Freeholder Barrett?
Yes.
Freeholder Polos?
Yes.
Freeholder Rufano?
Yes.
Freeholder Rios?
Yes.
Freeholder Scott?
Yes.
Freeholder Director Delina?
Yes. Is there any freeholder have any presentations here tonight?
I don't think there are.
No?
No.
Not tonight.
Okay, Madam Clerk, please read the correspondence.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Forget it.
Waive the formal reading of the correspondence.
Second?
Third.
We have a petition from New Jersey American Water Company Incorporated to change the levels of its purchased water adjustment clause and purchased wastewater sewage treatment adjustment clause. A petition from Public Service Electric and Gas Company for approval of an increase in electric and gas rates for changes in the tariffs for electric and gas service, and for approval of a gas weather normalization clause, a pension expense tracker, and for other appropriate relief.
You're not going to read that, Well,
No.
Why, you wanted to read it?
It's just,
A notice.
It's up to you. You want to make a motion?
Notice to Public Service Electric and Gas Company customers in the matter of a petition for approval of a solar generation investment program and associated cost recovery mechanism, indicating public hearings held June 22nd, 23rd, and 25th in Newark, New Brunswick, and Mount Holly, respectively.
That's just to announce dates for the public hearings, Margaret, or asking for the approval?
It says copies are available for review of the filing and indicating dates, times, and locations of the public hearing.
Could you just throw me a copy of that in my box when you... Sure.
A notice from Pivotal Utility Holdings Incorporated doing business as Elizabethtown Gas, notice of public hearings regarding proposed gas base rate increases and other rate and tariff changes, and notice of public hearings to be held July 6th and August 5th in Rahway and Flemington, respectively. Copy of a resolution from the Board of Freeholders of Camden County opposing the proposed cuts in state funding to counties for the maintenance of patients in state psychiatric facilities. Resolution from Bergen County and Hunterdon County opposing the governor's plan to decrease EMT funding. A resolution from the Borough of Sayreville requesting that Middlesex County renew its opposition to the consideration by New Jersey Transit of a proposal to add commuter train service to the South Amboy secondary freight line. A resolution from the Township of Washington and Warren County opposing Assembly Bill 3686 and objecting to the transfer of the GCADA and control of funds to the New Jersey Department of Human Services. Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse. A copy of the 2008 annual report from the Freehold Soil Conservation District, minutes of the Board of Trustees of Middlesex County College meeting held April 22nd, monthly report of investments from the treasurer for the month of May, minutes of the Solid Waste Advisory Council meeting held May 12th, audit reports from the Middlesex County Utilities Authority for 2008 from the Utility Wastewater Division and also the Solid Waste Division. Monthly financial status report from the Office of the County Controller as of May 31st. Minutes of the Middlesex County Improvement Authority meeting held May 13th. Minutes of the Middlesex County Planning Board meeting held May 12th. Minutes of the Middlesex County Mosquito Extermination Commission meeting held April 15th. Minutes of the Board of Education of the Vocational Schools in Middlesex County meeting held May 13th. And a letter that Freeholder Scott mentioned earlier about thanking the board for financial support for the Children's Art Project in the courthouse. That's it for the regular correspondence, and there's one item of open space correspondence to follow.
You ready?
For the regular, yeah, sorry.
You
Okay.
should do the other.
Oh, sorry. We have a request from Luann Benson, Director of Parks, Recreation, and Community Services for North Brunswick Township, requesting consideration that the county contribute funding to the purchase of Block 227, lots 18, 41.01, and 41.02, known as the Skiritka property. The township is moving forward seeking appraisals for acquisition of the property, and it was previously included on the township's open space inventory to the county.
Referred to the Open Space Committee.
Okay, that has to be referred to the open space.
Yes.
Ralph Albanier and Carol Barrett.
Yes,
Okay.
that's it for the correspondence.
Okay, thank you. I need a motion to accept the correspondence.
Motion.
Motion by Rafano.
Second.
Second by Carol Barrett. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Good, nobody opposed it. Is there a motion to adopt the minutes of the meeting on May 21st?
So moved.
Moved by Rob Rihos,
second.
second by Carol Barrett. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, okay. there any resolutions to be amended?
There are none.
Are there any resolutions to be added?
There are none.
Are there any resolutions to be held?
There's one resolution, Resolution 09-1118 on page 9, as was reported Monday evening.
So we don't need that on. Are there any resolutions to be voided?
Yes, as was reported on Monday evening as well, there are 3 resolutions to be voided. Resolutions 09-1069, Resolution 09-1070, and Resolution 09-937.
Okay, thank you. I will open the meeting to the public discussion on any resolution listed on the agenda. Anybody from the public would like to say anything?
Motion to close.
Motion by Rafano. Second. Second by Rios. Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nobody opposed? Okay. Does any freeholder wish to have any resolution they wish to remove from the consent agenda and to vote separately?
Director,
Yes, sir.
I have one.
Yes, freeholder.
09-1172 on page 15.
And Freeholder Polis, I believe there was one
You have
that I
one,
had
too?
at your station. I put a sheet for
You
you.
have one too? No?
You gave me one?
Yeah.
I didn't see one.
It's mine somewhere. I'll give you another copy.
Okay.
You got it?
St. Peter's Foundation.
Oh, okay, very good, I'm sorry. Thank you. I also have one, Director.
Go ahead.
Thanks to the county council's sharp eye, the Resolution 09-1186.
Okay, Mr. Kelso, you want to get the consent agenda consisting of resolution?
Yes, Freeholder Director, motion would be in order to adopt the consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 09-1047 through 09-1190, including none which were previously held, and excluding resolution 09-1047, which was previously voted upon, resolution 09-1118 to be held, resolutions 09-1069, 09-1070, and 09-937 to be voided, and resolutions 09-1172 and resolution 09-1186 to be voted upon separately.
Okay, is there a second?
Need a
Motion.
motion?
Second.
Motion, pardon me, motion by Rafano, second by Carol Barrett.
Right.
Madam Clerk, roll call.
Freeholder Barrett?
Yes.
Freeholder Polos?
Yes.
Freeholder Rafano?
Yes.
Freeholder Rios?
Yes.
Freeholder Scott?
Yes.
Freeholder Director Delina?
Yes.
Now, Freeholder Director, it would be appropriate to consider the resolution which was excluded by Deputy Director Rafano, Resolution 09-1172.
Okay, can you make a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Carol Barrett, second by Ron Rios. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett?
Yes.
Freeholder Polos?
Yes.
Freeholder Rafano?
Present, not voting.
Freeholder Rios?
Yes.
Freeholder Scott?
Yes.
Freeholder Director Delina?
Yes.
And now finally, Freeholder Director, would it be appropriate to consider the resolution which was separated by Freeholder Polis? That's Resolution 09-1186.
Motion.
Motion.
By Rafano.
Second.
Carol Barrett, roll call vote.
Freeholder Barrett?
Yes.
Freeholder Polos?
President, not voting because I serve on the Board of Directors for St. Peter's Hospital.
Freeholder Rafano?
Yes.
Freeholder Rios?
Yes.
Freeholder Scott?
Yes.
Freeholder Director Delina?
Yes. At this time, I will open the floor to the public. Does anybody from the public would like to say anything?
Motion to close.
Motion to close, Rafano, second by Ron Rios. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Nobody's opposed. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
Motion by Rafano,
Second.
second by Carol Barrett. Non-debatable, meeting is adjourned.